real estate agents. Welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga. How's it going today, Joey?
I'm doing peachy.
Okay, then. Peachy. I don't think you've ever used that word on the podcast.
You know, I never have. I don't
Peachy.
know why.
Well, let's try not to do it again.
Yeah. Yes, please.
We got a great guest with us in the house. That's Jan Green with Homesmart. How you doing, Jan?
Yes.
Great. How you guys?
Absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, and we had an awesome security title rep that brought you on, too.
That's right.
Elisa Axelrod.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yeah.
See, I knew it.
Yeah.
Lisa's awesome.
She's cool, huh?
Yeah.
She is.
She has like the best last name.
Yeah.
Axelrod.
Yeah. If I had that, I'd just be like, call me Axe.
Axelrod. Sounds cool when you say it like that, too.
Yeah.
Axelrod. Okay. Anyway, let's get on to it, Jan.
All right.
So why don't you, I know you've been on the show before and you talked a lot about green energy, greenhouse, all that stuff. Why don't you kind of give us an update on what's happening out in the real estate world with green right now?
Sure. More and more agents are becoming aware that there are features that add value to our homes at the point of sale, you know, when you go to sell. And the big key component is advertising those features. And so I'm seeing more and more people are getting better and better. There's still work to be done, but it's looking better. So that's exciting as an instructor on this topic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was going to have you also just tell the people watching and listening how long you've been in real estate and what got you into the business. How about that?
Sure. Well, my 19th anniversary is coming up in November.
All right.
So, yeah, so I've seen a few blocks in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been great, and Homesmart's a great company. So
A lot of changes in that time. I mean, especially with what you're focused on.
oh my gosh, oh yeah, I mean the housing
technology today is crazy, huh?
Oh
Compared to
yeah,
what-
it's better and better, and more awareness of how to make things better. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I was going to ask you that. So, as more agents are getting aware, are you seeing that more homeowners or home buyers? I mean, do you see that people are trending more towards wanting that efficiency and that green versus the traditional? Okay.
Yeah, they really are, and they appreciate when they see what's listed. You know, like, hey, this house has a lower energy bill. Maybe it's got better indoor air quality because they use better finishes. It's a variety of things, and I'm excited. I've got a listing coming up that's going to be a really cool one. That we'll talk about that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right.
Good. What other examples are there of like the type of material that builders are using these days?
Oh, sure. There's a more and more availability of that type of product. You're going to want to look for low or no VOCs, which is volatile organic compounds. They don't want any off-gassing from those materials because, I'm trying to remember if it's 7 to 10% of the U.S. population has some sort of autoimmune disease. For instance, after cancer treatments, their immune system is not what it was, and they're becoming more and more chemically sensitive. So those features that off-gas that you smell when you walk into even a clothing store, that's bad news for people like that. So so you want to find products that don't off-gas or produce any kind of chemical smell.
Like, are we talking about from the carpeting to the paint to?
Yep.
Okay.
And there was a study I looked at not that long ago that carpet off-gases for like 20 years. You may not be able to smell it the entire 20 years, but it does produce something, and that's bad. And now that we've gone through COVID, imagine more people are in their homes, and maybe they're not getting enough fresh air return. Our inside of our homes are more toxic than commercial buildings because we don't get enough air exchanges. A lot of the time, these old homes, they don't have enough exchange, and it's bad. So that's an important thing now. So many people are working from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I wonder if any agents that are watching right now are wondering if you were on Dirty Dancing.
Oh my gosh! I told a little story when I got here that I dressed up as Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing for a fun.
But kind of. I mean, there's.
It's like
now people are really looking, right?
right, the little small eyes. It all fits.
That was a great movie.
It was fun. It was a fun fundraiser that we had at the Harley dealership in Scottsdale.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the Scottsdale Area Association of Realtors for the realtor
At the Harley.
Ray Pack. Yeah. Yeah.
That's some green energy right there.
Oh, it was fun. We were outside. We were having a great time, So I got to do the Dirty Dancing dance.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Harley Davidson is doing an electric motorcycle.
Oh, I bet they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Think about that, and lower emissions. There you
How
go.
does that work?
Yeah, but it's got to have that same sound.
I know it's not.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
So you have to go check them out at the Harley dealership
That'll
up
be
North
interesting.
Scottsdale.
I'm sure that somebody will make a device that will make it sound.
Well, they
like
do
it's-
that for cars.
Yeah.
The sounds coming out of the exhaust.
Yeah.
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 Well, actually, I drive an electric vehicle,
Okay.
so I could tell you what it sounds like. I'm sure my neighbors hear me backing out of my driveway in the morning because it's like,
Oh yeah. Zzz.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they had to put sounds to them because they were so quiet.
Oh, they are. And I feel really bad. I inch up on people in grocery store
Yes,
parking
and you
lots
scare
because I know they can't hear me.
Yep, exactly.
I don't want to run. I think I need to invent a smaller little horn just for people walking so they hear me.
That's a good idea. So it's not too,
Right?
No, you want one of those loud horns.
Yeah. Oh,
Like the
okay.
General Lee.
Yeah.
People would definitely move, wouldn't they?
That's great.
They might drop their groceries. Yeah, so my dad and I just rebuilt the truck, an old Chevy, but it has a V8 in it, so
Oh, boy.
it's not very
Yeah.
green.
Green.
About 6 miles to the gallon.
No, it's a little better than that, but
Yeah.
7.
But I mean the sound, just the rumble, and I mean it's. I hope they don't totally do away with all that, but
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of American pride in American-made motors,
Yeah.
so I can appreciate.
Where there are a lot of trees there in Nevada.
in Missouri, yeah,
Yeah. So
Oh.
that should
Nevada,
that should
Missouri, yeah.
Is that where you're from?
counteract
Yes.
it.
Oh, I'm from St. Louis originally,
Oh, okay.
but my family was in southern Missouri.
Got it. What part?
Springfield, Gainesville.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. I went to college in Springfield.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Next to my cousins.
Yep. So green. So it's picking up more with agents and consumers. Everybody's
Yes.
kind of on this trend of. What about? I think the last time you were here, we talked a little bit about. About like a tiny home
Yes, we did.
development or
that's
something.
Good memory, because it's been a while since I've been here.
Yeah.
The really cool thing about tiny homes, and there's some under construction right now in Tempe. They're called Tempe micro estates. The really cool thing is they're in such demand.
Yes.
When those things opened up, there were 50 people waiting for those. Now, some of them were income qualifying because it was a
Right.
really unique opportunity where the land is leased. And it's done by Newtown Development. So long story short, with those, so many people were in demand wanting those things, but they weren't allowing investors.
Got it.
So I think investors are kind of keen on it. I saw a while back on the MLS a container home for sale.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And I wanted to go see it, and I looked at the pictures, and I couldn't get anybody to go with me. I said, I'm too busy anyway. But yeah, there's so many more options
Well,
now.
do you think that we'll see developers? I mean, kind of open up to that idea to where it's like a full, kind of like we see the
Yeah.
regular housing communities, but it's a community of
Yeah.
maybe not the 250 square foot, but I mean
Right.
in that 600 to 1,000.
Exactly. And coincidentally, I didn't even tell you this. What a
Uh-oh.
great tie-in.
What?
I actually have plans for that right now.
Oh, okay.
For 700 to 1,000 square feet. We're looking at an area, and I can't say where it is, but I just need somebody with some dollars, and I can
There we go.
build about 27
Let's
of those.
talk afterwards.
Okay.
I got like
Yeah.
100 on me right now.
Yeah,
So.
'cause
Is that enough?
$100.
No.
No.
Oh.
Even though they're tiny homes, it doesn't mean
doesn't
tiny
mean-
budget.
Got it.
No, exactly. Well, see, we want to. There's also a lack of affordable housing,
There
so
is.
we want
Absolutely.
those to be. We're trying to make those affordable and energy efficient. And when I say we, I'm referring to the company that I am president of, which is Sustainability Advisors.
Okay.
And we're a multidisciplinary group of people that specialize in sustainability, and which means lowering carbon footprint, lower energy bills, bringing in local products and services.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to be a part of that team.
Okay.
So-
You know, with those houses, though, I know that it requires definitely less space.
Yes,
To
yes.
footprint wise, but
Yes.
I'm curious, how big will the land be
Well,
for
that's
each house?
Very good question, because each of those that we're planning on is about a 2,000 square foot lot.
Oh, okay.
But if you only have 700 square feet, you still got some space.
Yeah.
You could do some, vertical gardens or
Yeah,
something like
because as
that.
builders, I mean, you want to build as much as you can on the land to, get as much as you can.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Depends on the location and what what kind of amenities that little community is going to have. Like, for instance, this one that we were looking at doing, we were either going to do single family like that or, fourplexes, depending on what the investor could work with us on.
Yeah.
But we were looking at having solar panels on carports, little garages,
That's
little
cool.
little storage sheds.
Yeah.
Some of them had garages. But, the cool thing is you can, customize that plan for that locality. And, if you've got people that need affordable housing, you can try to design it that direction. You could do an Energy Star certification and make it basic, but add solar.
Yeah.
So
Maybe have a community area as
Yep.
well.
Yeah.
Right?
definitely.
Pool and all that. Yeah.
Community garden. Yeah, because this
community
land actually has a
garden.
well on it. So, yeah, it'd be great.
Shooting range, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
doubt
Maybe about 10 feet
maybe
from
back
your
in
target.
maybe back in the Midwest they would put that there or something. I don't know.
God. Maybe BB guns would be better.
There you go. So would it be?
Not so loud.
Right.
So they'd purchase. So it would be to own
Yes. Own this.
the actual property, the land, and
Yeah,
everything. Okay.
yeah. There's such a housing shortage. You
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
I know the current administration is trying to bring in affordable housing, and we would love to do that too. To fill a need.
Yeah.
And it's definitely there, and we have a variety of construction styles we could use. But obviously, an investor's going to want a better profit, so we have.
Yeah, right.
We have to be mindful. But at the same token, I'd love to do some cool stuff.
But are the cities keeping? You talking? I mean, you're going to talk building codes and stuff. But I mean,
Sure.
are they requiring a certain square footage to actually be built? I mean, isn't there
Yeah.
something to do with it can't? I mean, some places won't let you build a tiny home.
Yeah, it depends on which city you're talking about. But if it's a single family on a slab, and you get that past city council,
Okay.
which this other project coincidentally is past city council approval. I mean, once you're approved and you've got that in line and you're on a slab construction, hey, single family is single family. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not on wheels. That's a whole nother animal. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So about building codes, I know you kind of had that on there. Do you have something you want to share about?
Oh,
kind of what
sure,
you're
sure.
seeing out there?
Well, so far what I know so far is that City of Scottsdale and Flagstaff are both working to adopt the 2021 building code. That probably won't happen until later.
2025? No. I'm
No,
just
no. Sometime this year, we hope, the end of the year.
Hey, the 2021 building code just
Yeah.
passed.
It'll be released in
Cool,
2022.
cool. But what's really cool about building codes that a lot of people don't know. I mean, it's kind of a boring subject, but building codes, every time they adopt those new building codes, they're getting tighter and tighter,
Yeah.
and eventually, according to what we're seeing, they're going to be like net zero homes
Wow.
in the not too distant future. So you could have some really cool homes.
Yeah.
But you can also make existing homes net zero too, which I've actually done with my own house.
Oh, yeah, you were telling us that you've done a ton of
Yeah.
things with your, because it's an older house too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't build a 1979 house. I bought a
bought-
1979 house after I rented out my other one. I bought a 1979 house in 2015, and as of right now, I've got my solar up and running. But I did all the other work first, the low hanging fruit. like sunscreens, duct sealing. I've got spray foam insulation, and all those great features lowered the energy bill 71%.
71%.
Wow.
Yes.
Really? And that's without the
Yes.
solar.
That's right. And now I've added
Really?
solar. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So now I'm going forward with solar, and I chose a company that I was really impressed with. Power, POWUR, they're a public benefit corporation. And what that means is they're more transparent and they work for the public good. And every time they manufacture solar panels, they plant trees to offset the carbon emissions. The only solar company I know of doing that. So I tied in with them because my sustainability group, they're also a public benefit corporation. So it really tied into the public good when it comes to doing what's right for construction. And
So is it leased, the
No.
solar stuff?
Oh, no,
okay,
no.
You can actually purchase it
yeah,
too.
I bought
That's
it.
the best way to do it. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, leased solar panels have no value per the 2015 Fannie Mae guidelines. There's zero value for leased solar panels, and really when you go to sell your house in the current market, hey, they might fly off the shelf, but when the market changes, that leased solar panel home is going to be harder to sell.
Yeah.
That's right.
You have to negotiate that,
Yep. And they got to qualify for it.
Yes.
Well, they should be able to if they're qualified for
Oh
a home,
yeah, they
so.
should. But sometimes that has thrown people out of the qualification because of that lease payment.
That
Because it is
extra
like
payment, yeah.
it's inheriting somebody's credit card payment basically.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
that's true.
So yeah, but the thing about owning them is solar panels have value, And people, a lot of people don't know that, but more and more people are becoming aware. Put it that way.
Yeah, I saw the Tesla ones. Those are nice. Because they were like roof tiles.
The roof tiles, yeah, those are still pretty expensive.
Are they? Okay.
I calculated it out. So my little house is 1,500 square feet, right? It's perfect for just one person,
Sure.
So anyway, 1,500 square feet, and I calculated that. And at the time I saw that article in LinkedIn, I calculated the cost was going to be like $30,000 for my roof. Wow. Now remember, you wouldn't have to change those out for many years. And swapping out my roof would be $6,000 to $7,000 in asphalt shingles anyway. But when I looked at owning solar panels, and my roof was still good, and the panels are going to shade the roof that's up there, and it's all south facing, I thought, well, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
I had my roofer look at my roof first and say, hey, is it in great shape? Yeah, you got a lot of life left on this roof. Okay, do it.
Yeah.
We'll put these up. And then if I ever have to, re-roof.
Replace the roof, then maybe Tesla.
Yeah. Well, I already bought power.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought these other panels.
Yeah.
So I'm good to go.
They do the tile ones as well?
No.
Oh, not yet.
No,
Okay.
they don't. No.
Okay.
This is not Tesla.
Got it. Got it.
Well, in the winter, all I do is I put some aluminum foil up in my windows.
Perfect.
On the east side, and then I move them to the west side in the afternoon. It helps warm up the house a little bit.
He's saving on aluminum by moving it.
It warms up my house pretty
That's
good.
hilarious.
Oh, goodness.
Funny.
Man, I've got some good ones going today.
Dude,
What's going on? Whew.
Oh, man.
What about, so do you work also as an advisor?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if somebody,
definitely.
like if somebody were to want to build a house, what if somebody came to you and said, hey, I want to build an off-grid
Oh,
house?
sure. Definitely.
Whether
Would
it's
love that.
up north or wherever, but
You know what I would do? I would bring my entire team in from Sustainability Advisors because we've got some of the greatest minds in our group of people that I just love that have everything from they can provide building certifications to construction to tell you all about the products and which products might be better to build with. So I'm super excited that they invited me in this group as the only realtor and to convey the residential side versus commercial. So they could help with that.
Well, it seems like that's. I mean, a lot of people are. I don't know so much here, but I've seen them in some Facebook groups, and I've seen a lot of people mention that they're moving, from like California to the Midwest, and part of the reason they want to do homestead and they want to, homesteading, and they want to have like sustainability. They want to do their solar and all that stuff. And
oh yeah, it's key. Well, obviously we all know that California is our number one state of infill residents coming into Arizona. I mean, they're coming in droves. I see them all the time. But we've also got Colorado, Illinois, and Washington as the top four. So those people really like, especially Washington, they're really aware of the solar movement and what's going on with energy efficiency.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. You guys going to be printing houses soon?
Oh, that was on my list.
Do you know what? There's a 3D printed house going up, and they had that article in Green Living Magazine. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
I saw it on the news.
Yeah, we're actually, and I'm also
It's in Tempe, I think.
Yep, it is.
Tempe, huh?
It is. It is, and I'm super excited. We just had a residential green building committee, meeting Tuesday with the U.S. Green Building Council, and we're going to set up a tour to go see that home. Love to go see it.
It's for Habitat. Habitat for Humanity is doing it.
Yeah, that's
right?
exciting stuff. Well, Habitat has over 100 LEED certified homes here. This goes way back to 2009 when I first volunteered with U.S. Green Building Council, and we were already talking LEED certified homes for Habitat. I thought that is way cool.
Yeah.
How cool to get a home, a lower income spectrum of the income spectrum, whatever, and have a low energy bill. Way cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very cool.
It looks cool. I mean, it looks like, because it gives you an option on the walls. You can leave it like the way it's printed, which is kind of a corduroy type feel.
That's neat.
Or you can get it sanded flat, so it looks like a regular wall.
Yeah, because they print it in layers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The
It's like
coolest
toothpaste
thing.
or something. But no, I mean, it's serious. It looks like toothpaste as it comes out.
I think that must be like Aquafresh or something.
Something, I don't know. It's kind of gray. But well, I'd heard of other communities starting to do 3D printing. I think there was one up in the Northeast somewhere, New York or someplace.
That I
was reading about it, and they were saying that it's about half. They can sell these houses for like half the cost of what somebody would pay for a stick build.
Yeah. The cool thing is that people are starting to get smart about this. Let's do what we can to make a home better and cost less.
Yeah.
And as prices
Plus,
continue
it
to
can be
grow.
built quicker.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if we have labor shortages. Why don't we just? Because they said it only takes like 3 people to build this house in like 2 days.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I'm curious to see how they would put electrical and plumbing. I'm sure they had to put all that before, and then they print on top of it, or
they could have it to where it's inset like wall systems, where it's like, okay, here, this one goes here, this one goes here, connect the dots.
Yeah.
I have to read up on that. I haven't followed it. It's like sometimes I read more than and forget more than I read.
You mentioned Pearl certification. I know you want to talk about that for sure. So
Yeah, because what I really wanted to tell folks is that my house, and I walk the walk. My house was the first Pearl Gold certified house in Arizona in 2018, and so since I've added solar panels, I'm actually getting the solar certification through them. But I'm also looking to explore how I can go up to platinum. Platinum is like the very sliver of how you can accomplish more certification. So, but the really cool thing is that Pearl adds value in their documentation alone. When you go to sell a house, if you get it Pearl certified first, then go to sell it, you've got all the documentation of all the features, and Pearl does a really cool job of marketing, and you can market to the lender, the appraiser, and the buyer the special features of the house. And then also they include a completed residential green and energy efficient addendum that serves as an attachment to the appraisal. Now, it's key for the listing agent to really understand how to get value. There's one key way to do it. You have to approach the appraiser before they hit the house. They have to be qualified to appraise a home, because you can't just say, oh, this one looks like this one, or this one has granite and so does this one. It's not the same animal, because there's a calculation to value owned solar.
Right.
so.
This one has aluminum foil on the windows. This one doesn't. No, I'm just
So there's then it's usually the buyer, or the loan person, the mortgage person who orders the appraisal, right?
That's
So
right.
you would just have to let them know, hey, we need a Pearl certified appraiser.
Well, and more importantly, a green qualified appraiser, because and that's the first thing a listing agent should do, is reach out to that the appraisal management company, to the lender, and say, hey, lender, I need to talk to the appraisal manager if I can. Try to introduce that conversation. Change the status on the listing, if it's vacant, to must contact agent. Must notify agent, because otherwise, they're going to go without you, and then you've lost that opportunity. There's to challenge an appraisal.
Yeah, it's tough.
They're just too busy.
Yep.
They won't go back and do it. So that's really, because here's the thing that's key to know why you do that. Because an appraiser must be competent to perform the assignment. If they haven't had the training and they've never done it before, they don't understand the calculation. This actually happened at one of my listings. Got it Pearl certified. It was Pearl Gold as well. It was my HVAC contractor's house. Pretty cool. He did all the work and had owned solar panels and much, much more. So the appraiser came out, and I had told him over the phone, have you appraised a home like this before? Oh, yeah. I said, oh, okay. Well, the first question you ask is an open-ended question, right? How did you do that?
Yeah.
And if they say, oh, I used paired sales, well, that's the wrong answer, because paired sales means another house with granite countertops. They have to know the calculation. So this guy I just hounded him.
Sure, you need to.
I actually trained him a little bit at the house.
Yeah.
Here's how it is. I couldn't get anybody else. They wouldn't send anybody else, so I just had to work with the guy. We did get it to appraise, but it was not an easy conversation, because he was butting up heads with me every time. Every time.
Well, I'm sure he's thinking, well, what is this agent telling me to do my job?
Exactly. Who is this? 5'3" tall person.
So I'm curious, percentage-wise, how much more would a Pearl certified or Gold certified home be worth?
That is really tough to answer these days, because we used to be able to say $10,000 to $12,000 extra for these solar panels, but because they're getting more and more efficient, and every house is like a fingerprint, you really can't say how much more. Now, the cool thing is, with the Pearl certification, they're going to value this system for me. So I'm actually using my own house as a test case. It's actually in my my whole slideshow when I teach agents anyway, but I'm going to include that and come up with that answer. So I'm going to find out what mine are worth, even though they're brand new.
Yeah.
We don't really have, I don't have the energy savings yet. It's going to be $100 a month energy savings easily. So it's going to be even with the payment.
Sure.
Because I set up a short payment on this, because I thought, well, you don't want to pull your money out of the market right now. So just pay it that way.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Good stuff.
So are more agents starting to, jump on the Pearl certification? Is that word getting out there a lot more? Like
it's in my class when I teach. I just taught the Prescott Area Association of Realtors. I'm now teaching Northern Arizona, and I help them add green features to their MLS. like we have down here in Phoenix area, and I'm constantly promoting it, and Pearl's doing a great job of reaching out to vendors, HVAC contractors, solar companies, so they can tie in and understand how this certification works, and they're really working hard at it. So, and they did just start, you just reminded me, they just opened up a consumer interface on their pearlcertification.com. I think it's called the Green Door. I still have yet to figure out how to access that because they sent it to me, and now I'm like, where's that link? The door is locked. But the cool thing is a consumer can go on there, and they can work with them to certify their house too and understand how much their solar's worth.
Yeah.
So,
right.
really cool.
So you have the insulation.
Yes.
You have the solar and probably the windows and the low VO or whatever it is.
Yep. Low VOC products.
VOC products.
Sure.
I mean, what else is there? Like smart devices, like
sure. Well,
thermostats and
smart devices. Yeah, I'm not going to add a whole bunch of smart devices. I'm a little iffy on EMFs, but what a lot of people miss every day is duct sealing. Duct sealing is another low-hanging fruit item. For me, I spent $1,000 sealing my ducts, but in the summer of, I'm trying to remember if it was July 16 or 17 when I added duct sealing, my bill was $151, and the next month it was $94.
Wow.
I had a 26% leakage, 27% leakage from those rigid ducts. So instead of air conditioning the attic, I tightened it up, and now the system is even more efficient.
So instead of the crumply kind of.
Yeah, I don't have flex. I have those old 79 block houses have the old square stuff.
Yep. Interesting.
Yeah, it's really cool. So doing that and sealing the registers and all that, it all matters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can you certify a condo owned
No.
See, we live in a mid-rise.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, we definitely love to get something like that.
Well, the problem is you don't own what's inside the walls.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
And that's the hard part for a condo. I mean, we've got entire condo communities now going up that are certified, like Optima Kierland and Soho and Scottsdale both have the advanced Scottsdale Green Building Program certification.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like advanced. It's almost like a LEED certification. It's super, super energy efficient. So, yeah, some whole communities are, but not individual condos. Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, that's all right. So how much did your last name influence you to get involved with this movement?
That's a good question, Jeff. That's a really good question.
I get that question a lot, and what I tell people is Green really adopted me. So, but no, seriously, I was adopted at the age of 9. So long story short, so Green is my adopted name. But the really cool thing about it, in 2007, I went to the National Association of Realtor Convention because there was this EcoBroker from California speaking, and I was already looking to change my focus in real estate because I was kind of known as the condo queen for flipping condo conversions, and I thought that's sailed. That ship has sailed. So let's do something different. And I happened to see this lady was speaking, and the cool thing is everything she said was how I grew up. I grew up very sustainable, and with my mom buying antiques, refinishing them, and selling them out of our garage. And she would refinish. She refinished all the woodwork in our house. She made the pinch pleat drapes. She reupholstered the furniture, and she made my clothes. I mean, she was just this dynamo. And so when they started talking about how they were going to lower energy bills and help people do it, and here's, by the way, create your own green website, I go, I am in. Wow. So I went to Vegas by myself, went to that convention, came back, and immediately started working on my 24 chapters, becoming an EcoBroker in 2008, before NAR GREEN came to the town, so to speak. But it was a really cool course of study, and it really made me think about things. And helping people, you do that in real estate anyway, but this is a game changer because it's gotten better and better and more important. Yeah. Especially if you can get value, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it strange that they would have like a green convention in Vegas where they have lights never shut up?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're all LEDs.
I was going to say.
True.
I wonder how much energy that city uses, right?
Right.
Rehabbing furniture is a thing now. That's like really big on YouTube.
Oh, I bet.
It is. In fact, I was just talking to my daughter, who's also a realtor, but in Alabama, right before I walked in the door here. And she rehabbed I don't know when that provincial furniture was in play in the 60s. She rehabbed it with chalk paint. It's adorable.
Wow.
It's the coolest thing
and
now.
they make money doing it.
And so my mom did that in the 50s and 60s. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah, when I was growing up, she was doing it in the garage. Stunk to high heaven, that stripper stuff.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I bet.
Yeah.
What are the things you want to share with agents? How can somebody reach out to you, I guess? If an agent wants to reach out to you directly, how do they do that?
Oh, definitely. Just my website is kind of a funky name. It's Got Green. Like
That's
Got
actually
Green?
a
like
really good
Got
name.
Milk, you know?
Gotgreen.com.
So it's Jan@gotgreen.info.
Oh, okay.
.info.
Got
It was that website's like my vendor website. So it's kind of it's got all these vendors under services, and
Okay.
I send consumers there all the time, and works pretty
Good.
well.
Have
Yeah.
to check it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess we can move to the next segment then.
Sure.
If you're ready.
Sure.
All right. Oh, we have to give shout out to our sponsors.
That's right.
Obviously.
Definitely.
Security Title Agency and Fidelity National Home Warranty. Both of them awesome.
Yes.
All right. You ready to get in the ring?
Sure.
All right. Let's do this. What do you think the reason is that many agents are not successful?
Oh boy, they need to treat real estate like a business.
Yes.
Business is not going to come to you. You have got to set up a regular repeat system to contact people and reach out to them frequently about topics you know about. And if you don't know about, say, a building product, go learn about it.
Yeah.
Go to a new build home, learn about what they have, how they do things, how they build those homes. They really need to put more knowledge and effort into it.
Got it.
And treat every person you talk to like gold.
Yeah.
And call them often.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's great.
Jeff, I want to add to that. We say this all the time.
Yep.
We need to have a niche. Usually, agents will try and do everything. Like with you, you're doing green.
Yep.
And that's like an awesome niche. And I think that
Thank you.
each agent needs to come up with their specialty.
I agree.
It
I
could
think
be. I know a guy that used to call himself the running realtor
Wow, there you go.
because he ran.
Yeah,
And he still posts. He just did the Grand Canyon this past weekend.
it's awesome.
There you go. Something to talk about.
That's right.
Well, and he draws that same person, right?
runners.
So runners probably would like to work with him.
Sure. And they have that
His real estate.
affinity. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Kind of like Harley Davidson,
There you go.
right? Have you ever seen somebody with a Yamaha tattoo?
No.
But you have seen Harley Davidson.
It's too funny.
Well, anyway,
Yamaha.
I can't take credit for that. I think I saw Seth Godin say that
Oh,
at some
really?
presentation.
That sounds like him.
Yeah.
You'll stand out at the Harley party.
Right.
Yamaha across your chest.
You get beat
that's so
up, but
I can run fast.
yeah.
How about a book recommendation, or whether read or audio book or what?
Oh, that's a good one. I do so much digital reading. I do not have time to read books. I try when I'm going to see my grandkids in 3 other states, but I don't get a book read. I get AARP magazine now, and I take that with me.
How funny.
I know. I'm that age.
That works. It's good reading, though, right?
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, I read about everything. I mean, last time it was Bruce Springsteen on the cover. I mean, hey, telling you, it's all the rage.
That's funny. How about Apple or Android?
Apple. I have to tell you, been very frustrated. I just switched my email, and so now I'm like, okay, I have an Outlook little app, and then I have my old app, and I'm like, where should I go? No, I'm kidding.
But you use just Google for all. You have
I
all your
use
emails
Google and everything.
synced
you?
all together, don't they?
Yeah. So whether I,
Yeah.
God forbid that I have an Apple,
Oh my gosh.
I can, other than my computer, then I can at least use Google.
Yeah.
There, so.
Yeah.
All right. How about a favorite Netflix or Amazon Prime series?
It's so funny because I cut cable about a year ago during COVID. It was a great time to do that.
Yeah.
I started watching Heartland, which
Oh, there you go. We just finished.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
yeah, we
you?
just finished it.
My
I think
wife
there's
loved
another
it.
Did you?
season.
did you really?
That's
Okay.
yeah.
You know what?
I think there's 12 or 13 seasons. but,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. It's so funny because you can. You used to hearing progress instead of progress.
Oh, yeah.
You're okay.
Bean instead of Ben.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get used to that. But I love that show for all the family values that they have, and that's kind of how I
Absolutely.
was raised. So
Yeah.
it's really important to me.
Yeah. You want to know how it ends?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's a
No, 'cause
Canadian show,
there's
right?
another. Yeah.
I just
in
want to
Canada.
know if Michelle is breaking up with what's his name?
Can't tell you.
Oh.
No, it's a great series. We just finished like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Did you?
Mhm.
Okay, I can't.
There is a
remember
new
which-
season out, but it's
Jeff's
not. I mean,
favorite
there's a new
show.
season. I guess, but it's not
Yeah.
like on the
Yeah.
Hulu yet or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway,
That's cool.
no, that's a great one.
Did you call it the Hulu?
On Hulu.
The Hulu.
No, I don't say the Hulu.
Just heard, I'm gonna rewind this, and I'm
The
pretty sure you said
Hulu.
the Hulu
Well, who knows?
That's
It's on
great.
the Netflix or the Hulu.
or the Facebook.
I was just gonna say that.
Wasn't that the name of it originally?
It was
The
originally,
Facebook?
yeah.
And then they took the off. Anyway. All right. You have any other questions? Are you good?
No, this was a great
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thanks,
Thanks for
guys.
sharing so much.
Thank you for having me. It was so fun being here and seeing you guys again. It's been a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, Gina. Well, I guess we'll let you get back to your green.
Got my next green listing.
There you go. There you go. All right, agents. Until next time, we will see you later. Adios.
See ya.
All right.